Have you ever walked away from someone feeling strangely exhausted, even if the conversation was short or harmless on the surface? You can't explain it logically, but emotionally, something feels off. Psychologists call this emotional depletion, and it often happens around people who drain your mental energy without you realizing it. These individuals aren't always loud, dramatic, or obviously toxic. Sometimes the most draining people are the ones who operate quietly, subtly, and consistently. Today, we'll explore 7 psychological signs someone is quietly draining your mental energy, and how to recognize these patterns before they take a toll on your well-being. Let's begin. Before you even speak, something inside you tightens, as if your mind is bracing for impact. You don't prepare for a conversation, you prepare for a storm. Think about someone in your life. Do you mentally rehearse what you'll say before you speak to them? Do you adjust your tone, your personality, or your emotional state just to avoid conflict or discomfort? This is a major psychological red flag. When your brain anticipates emotional labor, it activates stress responses even before the interaction begins. With time, your body learns the truth long before your mind does. A single glance, a single breath near them, and your chest tightens, as if your nervous system is whispering a warning you can't ignore. They don't need to raise their voice or show hostility. Your own instincts do it for them, because real connection never demands armor, but this one always does. If your body keeps bracing itself before your mind even understands why, that isn't overthinking. That's your intuition sounding the alarm. With them, every conversation becomes a quiet battlefield. Not loud, not obvious, but a subtle contest where they always need to come out on top. Some people don't argue, insult, or brag openly. Instead, they compete quietly. You share good news, they share something slightly better. You talk about a struggle, they've had it worse. You mention a goal, they've already achieved something similar. This isn't support. It's a psychological tactic called one-upping, and it drains your energy because it forces you into a constant comparison loop. Instead of feeling heard, you feel minimized. Instead of connection, you feel tension. And over time, this erodes your self-esteem without you noticing. There's nothing wrong with supporting someone, but emotional support should be a two-way exchange, not a one-way drain. When someone constantly unloads their stress on you, seeks comfort, expects you to fix their chaos, yet vanishes the moment you need support, that's not connection. That's imbalance. Psychologists call this emotional parasitism. When one person consistently feeds on another's empathy without giving anything in return. You shouldn't feel like someone's therapist. You deserve reciprocity. Pay attention to how someone reacts when you say no, not today, or I need some time for myself. Healthy people respect boundaries. Draining people make you feel guilty for having them. They might say things like, I guess you don't care. I thought you were different. I really needed you, but okay. It feels like vulnerability, but it's actually a way of shifting responsibility onto you. A quiet pressure that leaves you carrying emotions that were never yours to hold. When someone makes you feel responsible for their emotions, your brain enters a state of hypervigilance, constantly trying to avoid disappointing them, and that's exhausting. Their presence feels heavy, even when they're not doing anything wrong. This is one of the most subtle signs. Sometimes a person doesn't say anything harmful. They don't insult you. They don't argue. They don't demand. But their presence feels heavy. You feel drained simply being around them. Your mood shifts, Your energy drops. Your thoughts become foggy. This is often due to emotional incongruence, when someone's internal emotional state doesn't match their external behavior. Your brain picks up on the mismatch and works overtime trying to decode it. It's not your imagination. Your nervous system is reacting to emotional tension. They subtly undermine your confidence. Some people drain your energy not by attacking you, but by weakening you slowly. They might question your decisions, highlight your insecurities, make jokes that hit too close, doubt your abilities, remind you of past mistakes. Subtly undermine, it's never loud, never obvious, never enough to call out directly, but it chips away at you. Psychologists refer to this as micro-invalidations, small comments that accumulate into self-doubt. When someone quietly erodes your confidence, your brain spends enormous energy trying to regain emotional balance. When the interaction ends and you feel a quiet sense of relief, that's not drama or overthinking. It's your mind recognizing a space where it can finally breathe. When the conversation ends, notice how you feel. Lighter, calmer, more yourself, mentally clearer. That's not coincidence. That's your nervous system finally exhaling. Your body often recognizes emotional drain long before your mind does. Relief is a powerful indicator that something in the interaction was costing you energy. Healthy relationships leave you feeling supported, understood, or at least neutral, not relieved. These signs matter because emotional drain rarely arrives in a single moment. It builds slowly, quietly, slipping into your life in ways that are easy to overlook, until you finally feel the weight of it. You don't wake up one day exhausted. You become exhausted over time, through repeated interactions that chip away at your mental clarity, emotional stability, and sense of self. Recognizing these signs isn't about blaming others. It's about protecting your energy, your peace, and your emotional well-being. You deserve relationships that leave you grounded, supported, and emotionally nourished, not drained. And if any of these signs felt familiar, remember this: your experience is valid, and you're far from alone. Many people experience emotional drain without realizing it. Awareness is always the beginning. The moment you recognize what's draining you, you reclaim the power to change it. Take care of your mind, protect your energy, and remember, you deserve relationships that feel safe, balanced, and supportive. Thank you for watching.